Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Greater Boston League Girls Soccer. We had a few technical difficulties, but we're back on the road. You haven't missed much. Link Glasgow girls taking on Everett girls, so it's a Crimson Tide against the Rams. Everett really hasn't come close to the new goaltender, Mia Papazoglou. And that's another great save by the Everett goaltender, Laura Sanchez. She's made two in this first half. Rachel Dana had two great chances. She walked in alone twice. The first time, she knocked it over the net, just missing it, just over the top crossbar. Second time, she walked in, and Sanchez made a great save and stoned her. And that's been it. Everett hasn't really come close. They haven't challenged the new goaltender, Mia Papazoglou. She's in. Lauren Wilson is playing. She's playing up front, and I'm assuming she's playing up front because she's got her hand all bandaged up. So she got hurt, and she can't be in the net with the injury. I mean, she could, but they don't want to hurt the hand anymore than it already is, and she'd probably have to make some saves. Here's Parker looking to walk in alone. They're trying to catch her. She takes the shot. Goaltender makes the save, and it goes in. So we get up just in time to get Gianna Parker's goal. That's the third or fourth long lead pass that Glasgow has had. They finally took advantage of one. And he almost didn't. Sanchez almost made another great save. She got her hand on it, tipped it. It went over her head and just bounced into the net. And Gianna Parker gives Glasgow a 1-0 lead. So we get up, working just in time after the technical difficulties. This game started a little bit late because one of the two officials weren't here, and one finally showed up. And I still have to wonder, the second one was coming from Cambridge. And I have to ask, if the game is at Manning Field in Lynn, why are you getting an official from Cambridge? There must be somebody closer, especially with the traffic. He finally showed up, so I give him credit. So when we started with one, we now have two. They fanned on that. Everett looking for a shot, blocked nicely. Sliding down and getting a piece, and that was Lauren Wilson. Slips past, Wilson with it. She was looking to knock it ahead. Maybe have Delaney go in alone again. Papazoglou, nice job. I don't know if she ever played. I think they were on the road. I don't know if this is her first game or she's played before, but she hasn't had a lot of experience as a goaltender. And she's doing a very nice job. She picks it off on the one hop, and she'll boot it away. Glasgow. They knock it up. Glasgow's another break. They got 4-on-1. Pushing it down. They pushed it too far ahead. Everett's going to pick it off. I think that was Wilson. She beat the defense. She was out in front. And the last time she pushed it, just got a little too much foot in and pushed it too far. And Everett was able to kick it out of play. Out again, off Everett. Both teams are trying to go over 500. Glasgow is 2-2-1. Everett is 3-3. He knocked it back upfield. Parker with it. She knocks it deep, and they call Classical offside. It was funny. It's usually the teams coming from the Boston League for the early game can't get here on time because the buses were a problem. Everett got here on time. It was the officials that weren't here. The games yesterday, there were 3 games here yesterday. Thank God the third was field hockey, and we don't do field hockey. Sienna Parker saying I wasn't offside, but they blew it, the whistle. But the 3 games yesterday, the first game was supposed to start at 4:45, didn't start till almost 4:30. And the funny thing is, the 2 teams that played the next game were here right on time to play their game because it was 2 Lynn teams, Lynn Tech and the Kip girls. They had to wait a long time. And the people coming to watch St. Mary's field hockey against Ipswich. Ipswich made the trip here and they had to wait a while because 7:15, I'm guessing, didn't start till after 8 o'clock. Everett gets the free kick. They just tip it back. They don't take it. And it skips past. And Classical knocks it deep. Looking for a break. And Everett will just tip it back to the goalie, Sanchez. Parker battling for it. She knocked it off Everett. Everett knocks it out. Everett player went down. Let's see who they call it off. We're thankful that the Everett player got up. Classical is going to get a corner kick. Substitutions for both teams. And I'm not sure. There was a sub coming in with a different color shirt. One came in with a yellow shirt to hand to the player they were replacing because they're wearing those on the bench. But the other one came in wearing the yellow shirt. I thought they were going to make a change in goal. They didn't let either sub in, so we'll see what happens with that. They knock it to the far side, walking in again. The goaltender comes out, they knock it across, and they knock it in. She come out to get it, and they knock it by her. Get the number of the ponytail on the 40-yard line. Sienna McLean was the one that got that nice pass, walked in, and just blasted it by Sanchez. So Classical ups their lead to 2-0. As we just passed the halfway mark of this first half. Everett really hasn't come close to Papazoglu. She's made a couple of saves, but they were from long range. And she's done a nice job beating people to the ball and kicking it out of harm's way. Banging going on. Little hip check by Everett. The ball went out off Glasgow. They'll get the throw in down deep. Bodies go down. Everett slides it to the middle. They knock it deep. Can they get there? No, it's going to go out. Off Everett. Glasgow took it away, but then they lost it into the Everett bench. Trying to knock it deep. Everett blocked it. They knock it ahead. They call him offside. Everett will get the free kick. They drill it deep, and there's Papazoglu again, getting out and getting there before the Everett player gets there. And boots it away. She's doing a nice job. Popped up. Delaney tried to tip it. It got blocked. Now, Delaney with it. Her pass picked off. Glasgow keeps it in, but Everett takes it away. Blocked. Nice takeaway. I think that was Marissa Stone with the nice defense. Parker trying to get around. Got around, but then had it taken away. And it gets knocked out. Knocked out by Garcia. Everett finally clears it upfield. Picked off by Juarez. And Glasgow couldn't keep it in. Hustling was Lazo, but she couldn't get to it. And actually, it was Escobar. Juarez gets knocked down. And he waited a couple of seconds before they blew the whistles. He was going to walk around, looking to walk in alone. Belancourt Cardona was looking to walk in alone. They just blew the whistle. Skips past again. Everett will track it down. Glasgow knocks it deep. Glasgow's going to get there first. Bodies go down. That's the case where you got to pick your head up and look because they had numbers. They had 3 on one. If they passed it across to the middle, Delaney was right there, and she had Jana Parker with her, and they would have had a great chance to walk in alone. But they tried to deke the defense, and the defense made a nice play and blocked it. Haskell knocks it back the other way. Headed away by Everett. Haskell takes it away. It's loose. Everybody going for it. Bodies go down. Everett comes away with it to the near side. Looking to get around the defense. They do. They center it. And she was a mile offside. Now they blow the whistle. I said offside. They made the pass, and then they blew the whistle. She was way offside. She made the pass to the middle. That was Garcia. She broke to the net thinking it was going to come right back to her, but they waited and didn't give it back. And that set up the offside against Everett. Broken up nicely by Juarez. They knock it deep. Parker looking to get there first. She's out in front. Still walking in. She had to take the shot with the defender laying on her, and she knocked it wide right. Good effort. Nice pass. Parker got there. Just couldn't clear the defender. They were kind of leaning on her. And while they were leaning on her, she got the shot off and it went wide right and out of play. Good effort by Parker, who scored the first goal. They almost gave that away right in front of the net. Now they give it away right in front of the net. Popped straight up in the air. Glasgow gets a foot on it. Now they get a head on it. And he can't keep it in. It goes out of play. Dom Pursuti is the head coach for Everett. Jessica Gambali. For the Glasgow Rams. Everett's going to get the free kick from around, right at the 40-yard line. They give it up, and they give it up again. Blocked. Delaney knocked it loose. And Everett knocked it out of play. So he didn't take the free kick. And it cost him. Glasgow will make a substitution. And they throw it out of play. Everett knocks it deep. And there's Papazoglu again, hustling out. Good job. Glasgow breaks it up. Everett does the same. Slips past. And he'll knock it out. Everett will get the throw in down deep. All the way back, almost in midfield. They knock it back again. Delaney took it away. She's all by herself. Walking in. Gonna walk right in. And she knocks it home. Everett gave it away. Delaney said, "Thank you very much." Right in front of us. That is 18, isn't it? Right in front of us. Right there, where the hands are. Is it 11? Rachel Dana's going to be very happy that I've been calling her name through this first half, saying she had the 2 blasts on Sanchez and now the goal, but it wasn't her. It was Katie Rouse. I apologize to Katie Rouse. She was the one that walked in and had those 2 blasts that one went over the net and one Sanchez made a great save on. Now she was able to get out in front. They couldn't catch her. She walked all the way in and just knocked it past Sanchez. And Glasgow's having a big first half. They lead it 3-0. Papazoglu will come out and catch it waist high. So I'm sure Rachel Dana, excuse me, and her father Derek, who was the very successful head coach at St. Mary's Baseball, they're very happy they've been calling her name, but I have to apologize to Katie Rouse. That was knocked away by DeLeon, who's the big center fielder out there on defense. DeLeon breaks it up again, knocks it deep, and knocks it too deep. Everett's going to get there, and he'll kick it out of play. Everett took it away. I'm not sure what the whistle was for. They kicked it upfield. Glasgow looked like they had it. I didn't see anybody here. That must have happened downfield. There must have been contact by somebody downfield. It wasn't after the ball. The ball was past midfield. Glasgow was getting it. So that was behind the play of the whistle. Leon broke it up. Now, I think that was Duncan, I think, that broke up the next one. It goes deep. Lazo got a foot on it. Couldn't knock it deep. Wilson slides, knocks it. And that was a very late whistle. That ball was tipped. It went 10 yards downfield, and then they blew the whistle. And it looked like Rouse was going to be out in front again. Everett will kick it away. They got a head on it, but they headed it back to the net. Papazoglu comes out and kicks it away. Everett, they couldn't get a lot on it. They just kicked it up in the air. Papazoglu was out of the net. She went to get it, got a head on it, popped it straight up in the air. Everett had a shot, and they tipped it straight up in the air. And now it goes out off Classical, and Everett will get the throw in down deep. So Classical got a bit of a break there. Knocked out by Lauren Wilson. Everett will get a corner kick. Coming from the near side. If they can get somebody to kick it. They were chasing the ball, that's what it was. They kick a little ground ball. They kick it back. Deflected away. Ralph did a nice job. She knocked it loose. Glasgow gets it out of harm's way. Lazo tried to knock it ahead. She got blocked as she was doing it. Ralph blocked it. Everett tips it to the near side. They get around the defense, walking down. From long range, in the back of the net. Layla Betancourt Cardona. That comes almost near the end of this first half. Garcia kept it alive, knocked it back. She drilled it, and it went high over the head of Papazoglu under the top crossbar. Let's see if Everett can carry that momentum into the second half, because we're just about winding down this first half. Glasgow didn't want to give away that goal. T. Leone heads it away. Duncan got blocked, and they call a contact against Everett. But it was a pretty pass back, and it was Betancourt Cardona who just drilled it right in the middle of the net. And that's I always call it the Grand Canyon, the net. It went just over Papazoglu's head, right under the top crossbar. Couldn't have been more perfect than that. That's a big goal for Everett, so they don't fall behind 3-0 going into the second half. Popped up, it goes into the Everett bench area. Can't be a lot of time left in this first half. Lazo tips it ahead. Tip back. Everett just knocks it out. And we get the whistle to end the first half. So Glasgow got out quickly, scored 3. But Everett gets a little momentum going into halftime. That pretty pass that set up Betancourt Cardona, she ripped it in with time winding down in this first half and cut into that lead. But Glasgow still at halftime. It's Link Classical 3, Everett 1. Welcome back to Manning Field as we're set to start the second half. Glasgow jumped out to a big 3-0 lead. And let's see if Everett gets any momentum from that last-minute goal by Layla Betancourt Cardona. Off the nice feed from Garcia. It was Gianna Parker, Sienna McLean, and Katie Rouse scoring for the Lady Rams. Everett will put it in play. And now they're turning it around because Everett put it in play to start. I was wondering why they were doing that. Glasgow will put it in play. Referee blew the whistle and said the ball goes the other way. Broken up. Yeah, skips out of play. Glasgow takes it away. That was Lazo. And then McLean knocks it deep. And Sanchez will come out and play it. Out around the 10-yard line, she'll boot it away. I remember when I was doing hockey games with the great Rick Comfort. He used to say we'd score 3-1. He would say the next goal would be very important. Meaning if Everett got it, they would get close in and get momentum. If Glasgow got it, it would lengthen the lead and probably put the game away. Glasgow got a head on it. Tipped away. It's going to go out of play. Lauren Wilson will put it in play. Easy to pick out Lauren Wilson out there in uniform. She's got the big white bandage on her right hand and arm. Glasgow nicely gets around the defense. And I think Wilson thought she was going to go to the net. Parker did too. And when she made the pass, there was nobody there to get it. Everett took it away, and now Glasgow knocks it out. Swing and a miss at that bouncing ball. And now it gets knocked out. Glasgow knocked it out. They throw it deep. DeLeon was there to knock it away. Papazoglu come way out of the net to go get it, and DeLeon knocked it away before she got there. Everett with another throw-in. Bounces loose. Glasgow kicks it upfield. Everett knocks it back. Follow the bouncing ball. It's loose. Everett hit high in the air. It just came down, bounced off the Everett player's foot, and it went away from her. She couldn't get a shot off, and Papazoglu grabbed it very quickly. Blocked by Everett. Everett takes it away. Blocked. Parker had a chance to knock it deep. And she took one more little shake and bake move, and it cost him. Glasgow could have walked in alone. And we got contact against Glasgow. I don't know if it was contact or it bounced up and hit her in the hand, but Everett's going to get a free kick. Betancourt Sedona will take it from the 20-yard line. A little bit of an angle. She blasted one for just about this distance for the goal that Everett has. And she rips it again, but it goes wide right. I think it's De Leon kicking it away. Blocked. Parker. Everett knocked it out. Quintanilla knocked it out. And now it's going to go out off Classical. Actually, they call bumping against Classical, so Everett will get a free kick. And Everett will knock it out. Stone puts it in play. And Everett knocks it out again. Hasel got a foot on it. Everett blocked it. Deflects off McLean. Now Parker's with it out in front. Gives it up to Lazo. Lazo tips it ahead. They knocked it too far. Lazo really didn't have control of it. She was trying to push it ahead for Lauren Wilson. And it was bouncing, and she couldn't really get it ahead. And that allowed Everett to get a piece and knock it out. Everett takes it away. Lasso takes it back. Popped up. Glasgow got a head on it and knocked it out. And that was out off Stone. Marissa Stone. Everett will make changes. I kind of get feeling I'm back home again doing these Everett games. I did the Everett football games for 25 years. I've done every one of their Super Bowl games announcing. I've got a lot of friends there. The coach of this coach, Dom Persuidi, was a member of the football coaching staff for a couple of years when I was there. So it brings back memories when I'm doing anything connected to Crimson Tide. I didn't do their soccer games, I just did their football games. Haskell knocks it back upfield. And they're going to let it go out of play. Glasgow knocks it out again. That one was off McLean. Glasgow knocks it deep down the far side. They've got numbers. If they threw it to the middle, Parker was wide open. They just threw it ahead and went out of play. If that went to the middle, Parker was going to walk in alone. She was all by herself waiting for a pass. And they just knocked it downfield and out of play. The wait was for Glasgow making a substitution. They knock it by, looking to go get it. They take the shot. It got deflected by Everett and went out of play. Good bid by Lauren Wilson. They set it up. She tried to bang it home. Everett got a piece of it, knocked it out. And Glasgow will get a corner kick coming from the far side. Everybody milling around the 10-yard line. They'll all break to the net. And she sliced it away. And Everett got away with a push and a shove. I think that was Cardona. Just a little elbow on the back. I think it was Rouse that got elbowed, and it wasn't called. Glasgow knocks it ahead. They knock it ahead again. Parker looking to walk in. Blocked and taken away. Glasgow kept it in. I'm not sure why. It was going to go out off Everett. Lazo tried to keep it in. Knocked out by Everett. And we're going to sub for Glasgow. Now they say Lazo was going to take it in bounds. Now they say Everett. Now they say no, not Everett. It is Glasgow. They're finally going to get this straight, I think. Now I'm not sure what that. Now Rouse was going to do it. Now they're saying no, it's Everett. They can't make up their mind. Everett tried to take it twice. Glasgow tried to take it twice. And they finally let Everett throw it in. Lazo got blocked. Lazo gets it back. Centering pass is picked off. Knocked upfield. They can't keep it in. It actually went out, but they didn't call it. The ball was out. And now they let it go, and Glasgow knocked it out. Glasgow knocks it out again. Pass up front. Glasgow knocked it out again. So they keep moving the throw in for Everett further down the field. Glasgow got a piece. Everett keeps it in. They're trying to center it. blocked it off Glasgow. Everett will get a corner kick from the near side. As we're 15 minutes and counting in to the second half. Still 3-1, all the scoring done in the first half. Nobody's really come close here in the second half. Either team. It was up around the waist. They tried to get a foot on it, couldn't. They drive it across, and Everett is way offside. There were 2 or 3 white shirts almost in the net. They had a shot originally, but it bounced too high. It was actually a little bit above the waist. She reached up to try and get a foot on it, touch it, and couldn't. Rouse knocking it deep. Parker got broken up. They knock it deep, and they waited a while again. At the 40-yard line, they threw it ahead. Parker was by the 30-yard line, about to collect the pass, and then they blew the whistle and said offside. And he's standing right at the play. I don't know why it took so long to blow the whistle. Adcock with the kick. Parker knocks it deep. Lazo with it. Block, gets it back, centers it. It goes by everybody, and going to go out of play. Gianna Parker was sitting right about the 5-yard line open, but the pass went too far ahead. And by the time she realized it, she couldn't go get it and went out of play off the foot of Tatiana Lazo. Everett will kick it away. Lazo knocked it down. Everett knocks it upfield. DeLeon was there to knock it back the other way. And she does it again. They knock it deep, looking for a break. DeLeon again knocks it out. Lasso pushes it upfield. Gets by DeLeon. Lasso trying to take it down, and DeLeon will knock it out. Now they're calling it off Everett. Lazo got a head on it, trying to control, tips it, gets the pass back, gets around one, looking for Parker, it got blocked. Lazo broke it up, and they break it up again. Everett can't get the shot off. They knocked it right into, I think that was Rouse. They knocked it right into her. Everett's got Glasgow in, but they can't get a shot. Glasgow takes it away. Everett takes it back. And we're going to get Glasgow for a grab. Escobar just reached and got a piece of Everett and spun her around. halfway through and counting the second half. Still 3-1. Again, all the scoring in the first half. The free kick coming up for Bentacur Cardona. And she slices it off to the left. Knocked back out near midfield. Everett's keeping it in the Classical end. Now Classical takes it away. Nice pick. Coming down the far side. Trying to center it. Got blocked nicely by the Everett defense. And they'll knock it out of play. And we'll have substitutions for both teams. Throw in just beyond the Classical bench. And blocked and knocked out by Everett. Everett holds Classical off so it goes out. And now they're calling it off Everett. Looks like they're trying to hold Classical off, let the ball go out of play and kick it away. Classical winds up with a corner kick. Trying to knock it down. Classical got a foot on it. Everybody tried to get a foot on it. Everett finally comes away with it. They try to knock it deep. It got picked off by DeLeon. And he called Classical offside. The pass would have been good. But there was a Classical player to the near side that went a little too quick. I think that was Flaherty. So with just over 17 minutes left in the second half, with Classical leading it 3-1 over Everett, we got a timeout down the field. We come out of the timeout. Classical leading it 3-1. Everett's going to kick it away. DeLeon got a head on it and knocked it back. They knock it deep again. DeLeon knocks it even deeper. Bouncing around. Substitution for Everett. Classical knocked it out, so Everett will throw it in. Classical picks it off. Everett knocks it away. Classical from long range. Shot goes wide left. That was Rouse with the shot. Wilson knocked it down, but she pushed it too far in front of her. Everett cleared it away. Everett knocks it deep. And they take it away. And Classical takes it back. Down the near side. Tipping it Flaherty looking to go get it. Can she keep it in? No, she can't. It's going to go out. That was Juarez with the rush. Flaherty hustled but couldn't keep it in. Everett will get to kick it away. Haskell jumped out to a 3-0 lead. And Everett scored a goal. Just about a minute left in the first half to cut it to 3-1. And nobody's really come close here in the second half. I think the goaltenders have touched have come from long range. Battle going on. Everett comes away with it. They tip it ahead. Parker trying to walk in, has it taken away. And they call him again. A late whistle. It came in, it bounced. Wilson got a head on it, pushed it ahead. Her and Gianna Barker were looking to go get it. And then they blew the whistle for offside. I'm not saying they weren't offside. I'm not saying it was a bad call. I'm just saying it's very late with the whistle. And because it's late, sometimes the team thinks, I wasn't offside. You missed it. Everett, Papazoglu did a nice job. She came all the way out past the 10-yard line to try and cut down the angle, and he shot it by her, but when they shot it by her, they knocked it wide right. So a nice job by Papazoglu. Tipped ahead, Wilson with a rush. Still with it, pushing it down. Knocks it to the net. Sanchez made the easy save. Glasgow got a head on it. Pushing it ahead, looking to walk in. They slipped and fell. They made a nice pass. They looked like they might walk in, and the Everett player just fell down. Knocked away, and it got broken up nicely by Maria Badcock. Amelia Maria Badcock. And it goes out off Classical. Looked like Everett was going to have a shot with a nice little pass in front, but the player just tripped and fell. So Glasgow got a break there. Trying to knock it ahead, they knock it out. DeLeon knocks it deep. Knocked down. Nice job by Lazo taking it away. And they call offside. That was awful close. That was a very close call with Parker breaking in from the far side. Lazo did a great job to take it away and made the pass, and they ruled Parker offside. They kick it deep, and it goes further. Papazoglu will come out to the 10-yard line and pick it off and boot it upfield. Wilson will let it go out. And with just over 10 minutes left in this second half, we're going to get a timeout with Classical leading Everett 3-1. So with just over 10 minutes left, we come out of the timeout, 3-1 Classical. We mentioned both teams trying to go over 500. Everett 3-3, Classical 2-1. Stone is looking to put it in play. Waiting for the word from the official. Finally gets it. They knock it back. Everett picks it off. Tipped ahead. They go to the far side, a little bit behind the intended receiver. And it's broken up nicely by Wilson. And she knocked it out of play. Haskell looking for the bouncing ball. Everett pushes it ahead. Haskell knocks it back upfield. It goes off Everett. Just past the Everett bench is where Classical will put it in play. It skipped past, but only one white shirt back there. Parties go down. Banging going on. They finally blow the whistle. And they're going to call it against Parker. She gets up favoring her ankle a little bit. Banging on both sides. Everett gets the free kick. Glasgow knocks it down. It knocks it back the other way. Glasgow was way offside that time. Hustling, Everett gets there. Rouse got there first. Papazoglu was there as well. Everett will get the throw in. The clock is now the enemy for Everett. They need 2 goals to get back in it. Parker couldn't come up with it. Trying to knock it deep. Parker knocked it by. Parker knocks it deep again. Foot race. Getting there first was Badcock. And now it goes out off Everett. And Liliana Parker put it in play, but it got knocked out. Pops straight up in the air. Parker knocks it ahead, looking to go get it. All by herself. It got knocked in the air. Parker got a piece, headed it, and Parker will get her second. And that just about puts the money in the bank. Glasgow jumps on top 4-1. Lazo was getting involved. It popped up. Parker knocked it by, walked in, just took it around the goaltender, had a wide open net and just banged it home. She gets her second. And it gets knocked out by Liliana Parker. So we mentioned both teams looking to go over 500. Classical's going to be the one that does. He'll pick up their third win and go 3-2-1. Everett will drop a game under at 3-4. They finally give it back to Sanchez and let her kick it away. She almost gave it away. Glasgow comes away with it. Parker's shot is going to go way wide left. Parker was looking for it. Everett took it away. They knock it deep, and it's knocked away. Everett coming down that far side. Glasgow gets there first and knocks it away. And we're down to the last 5 minutes and counting. The scoreboard clock will be shut off. Time will be kept by the official down on the field. So the big first half, a little too much for Everett to overcome. Glasgow, so far, I guess the only goal in the second half. Everett avoids the shutout, getting that last-minute goal by Betancourt Cardona. Glasgow takes it away and knocks it back upfield. Sanchez will come way out to get it and kick it away. They knock it loose. They almost walked in. They knocked, I think that was Duncan that got knocked down. Everett with the long pass. Broken up nicely by the defense. They knock it deep again. Papazoglu comes way out. Got ahead of the Everett player and didn't try to catch it. She tried to kick it upfield, and she kicked it right into an Everett player, but luckily it got deflected away from the net. Almost gave up one there. Now it goes out off Liliana Parker. Duncan knocks it deep. Sanchez is going to get there first. Bouncing around. Closing moments of this Greater Boston League battle. And it's going to go to the Rams as they knock it deep. And they just kept it in. They center it. Parker was trying to line up a shot, and it went out of bounds. She had it, had a chance for a shot, but she tried to get a better one. Glasgow will get a corner kick. Headed away, knocked away. And it goes out of play. skip past Rouse. She knocks it back to the Everett end. Bodies go down. And it goes out off Lauren Wilson. Can't be a lot of time left. Wilson blocked it. Leon got a foot on it. They try to knock it deep. Juarez will get there first and just knock it out of play. Time winding down. Haskell knocks it deep, offside again. Free kick coming from the 40-yard line. Headed the wrong way. Everett keeping it alive. Finally knocked away by DeLeon. They blow the whistle and that'll do it. So Glasgow get out to that 3-0 cushion. Tiana Parker got the first one. Second one was by Sienna McLean. It turned out to be the game winner, followed by Katie Rouse scoring to make it 3-0. And then a perfect pass from Garcia to Layla Betancourt Cardona. She drilled it just under the top crossbar, and it was 3-1. Everett got the goal, and then the half ended that way. And it was a question of would Everett be able to use that momentum coming into the second half. They didn't. They didn't really challenge. They didn't really challenge Papazoglu in net. And then finally at the end, it was Gianna Parker getting her second goal. She beat the defense, dragged it around. The goalie knocked it into an open net for her second goal of the game. Glasgow win it by a score of 4-1. Gianna Parker getting 2. Papazoglu doing a nice job in net. Good team effort defensively, especially in the second half. And Glasgow will go to 3-2-1, go over 500. Everett will drop under 500. They'll go to 3-4. So 4-1. Glasgow on 2 goals by Gianna Parker knock off the Crimson Tide. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.